So welcome everybody to the National Counties Cricket Show, and we are just 48 hours, well a little bit more actually, just over 48 hours away from the National Counties Trophy Final. Joining us today to preview it, we've got Mr. Matt Burton of Dorset, who will be appearing in the final. Fingers crossed, no injuries and all that type of thing last minute, against Shropshire at Chester Burton Hall on Saturday. Mr. Burton, how you doing, mate?
Yeah, thanks, Ian. Yeah, all good, thank you.
Yeah, looking forward to that little trip to Chester. No, it's a bit of a drive for you lot, isn't it?
Yeah, no, so yeah, probably about 4 hours. We've already been there once this year, so I think we've got another 3-day game there as well. So I think we'll know the motorway quite well by the end of it.
Absolutely. I mean, for Dorset as a county, how proud are you to be taking them to a final? And if I remember rightly, it's one of your first finals for many years, isn't it?
Yeah, I think definitely like the squad in itself and everyone has played their part. I don't think you probably could pick out one person that's kind of got us there. I think everyone's kind of played their part within the 12, 13. So no, definitely been very, very proud and very looking forward to it.
Absolutely. And that's exactly what I said to Luke a couple of weeks ago. You're definitely a squad of some of its parts, aren't you? And you've had some standout performances, which we'll talk about in a second. But as a squad, you've just come together brilliantly this year.
Oh yeah, definitely. I think it was. I went to one of the indoor sessions at the start of the winter and was like, everyone looks unbelievable already. And we're in December, January, and it's like, if this can carry on, I think we can go really far in all three comps. So hopefully that's obviously got one final, but hopefully that's the case for the others as well.
Was it one of those moments when you get to one of those sessions, you go, oh, "Don't peak too soon, lads. Don't peak too soon."
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, it's the boys have been unbelievable, and hopefully that can continue.
What do you think the key to that's been, that sort of step from doing well to really being right up there right now?
I think we've made some nice additions. Obviously, I'm sure we're going to speak about Calves, but it was a lovely addition to the team. I think that there's unbelievable team atmosphere. Like the camaraderie between the lads is probably one of the best I've ever been involved in. Mm-hmm. And I think that definitely goes a long way. Like I think everyone enjoys each other's company, which is nice. And I think that's definitely playing a part on the pitch as well.
And that's good for you to say in particular, because you've got obviously a history of NCCA with Wiltshire as well as with Dorset now. So you've been around different squads. This just feels different, does it?
Yeah, no, definitely. It's like I say, I couldn't thank kind of Dorset enough for taking me in. And like I say, it's been unbelievable ever since. Really, I wouldn't be able to say a bad thing about any of the lads or any of the coaches or anyone involved with Dorset. Really.
Well, at least not on the record, anyway.
Well, yeah, absolutely.
Hey, let's just have a quick look back at that semi-final, because I was fascinated. I can't remember where I was that day, but I came home and I watched the last hour on the stream. It was a bit dodgy, the stream, but I did manage to watch that last hour, and it was an unbelievable finish to the game, wasn't it?
Oh yeah, it was. Proper. It was so kind of. We did really well to get the position we were in, and then kind of we thought we were cruising it, and then it's if anyone knows me, I'm actually the worst watcher of cricket ever. So that last hour was absolutely horrible. But no, yeah, unbelievable to get over the line.
So yeah, that Berkshire innings, I mean, if it wasn't down to Eddie Campion and Josh Lincoln and Solomon Akhtar at the end getting runs, you guys really did have them in quite a bit of trouble, didn't you? The bowling, the bowling squad had just done the job, hadn't they?
Yeah, it's with Berkshire, you know that you're going to be getting against 11 good players. So no matter how many wickets you're taking, you're going to need to get them all out. Mm-hmm. I think our bowling group's been awesome all the way through this kind of this 50 over comp. Really, it's everyone's kind of stood up. We've always got so many options. It's real nice strength to have.
Definitely. When you went into the changing rooms at half time, you'd had them 119 for 5 after 28 overs. And in the last 22 overs, they then scored 100 getting on for another 150 for just 3 wickets, with all-rounders scoring them more than the batters. What was the feeling in the changing room then, ready to come out?
I think, it was always going to be tough. We know it was always going to be up against it. But with the batters we've got, I think we'll always back ourselves to chase most scores. Even with batting down to even like say Cast at 9 or so definitely not myself at 10. That's far too high. But definitely with the batting lineup we've got, we think we can chase most things definitely.
Yeah, well, I think there was a nice little bit of sort of similarity between the two innings in that you were 119 for 1 when they were 119 for 5, and that was the difference without a shadow. You had those wickets in hand because your openers, Dylan Church and Finn Gordon, just got you off to a fabulous start, didn't they?
You are absolutely. Yeah, it's been, like I say, it's been staple throughout. It's like the batting's especially opening wise, we've gone really well open the batting. Like so, even on Sunday, the T20 chasing 180 kind of none down is proper effort. Kind of whoever steps up to that plate, whether it be Webby, Trippers, or Churchill, Finn, it's been excellent.
Yeah, definitely. I must admit, when I saw the wicket had gone down, I thought Joseph Esklin's coming in. My first thoughts are Joe's got some real experience this year. He's been playing a lot of twos cricket. His standards have been really high all the way through the year. You couldn't have a better number three there, could you?
No, absolutely not. I've played a lot of cricket with Jose now, and it's nice to know. Like, I always feel a bit more comfortable when he's there.
Mhm.
Definitely a nice addition to the squad whenever he's playing.
Yeah, and he took it on for you guys because the guys had sort of got a nice start, but you were just that little bit behind the run rate, not all over it, left, right, and centre. If you look at the worm for that game, actually they were very similar all the way through. But as you say, that last hour, then it got. I'm not going to say tricky, but it was tight, wasn't it?
Yeah, no, definitely. It's like I said to mention to you earlier, I'm the worst watcher of cricket ever. So not a very enjoyable one, but yeah, very happy to get over the line.
Absolutely. And after 46 overs, chasing 268, for those who aren't aware, you're on 236. So you basically needed 33 off the last four overs. Most people would say going into the last four overs needed 33 is going to be relatively comfortable, but you still know you had, Reese Lewis to bowl another over, Surley was going to bowl another over, and obviously Mr. Lincoln and Rishton were going to bowl overs. They have got a bowling squad, but Archer, they should be able to hold that down, you'd have thought sometimes.
Yeah, I think it's one of those, isn't it? Kind of we just kind of stayed in it till the end, and then like I say, luckily it swung our way. I say with Berkshire, you always know it's going to go down to the wire, so we're lucky we were on the right side of it.
Yeah, what I did notice in those last three or four overs in particular, Joe and Alex Eklund batting together, the running between them was phenomenal, wasn't it?
Yeah, exactly. No, it's always handy having them to, like say, having Alex coming in that situation. He's obviously
Mm.
very experienced as well. It's no like an ideal pairing, and it was really nice for them to just kind of see us home and get us to that final.
Yeah, I mean, watching the stream, I didn't have any sound on it, but it felt as though they were almost running without having to say anything. It was just they knew exactly what they
Well,
were doing.
yeah, the little brotherly look. It's but yeah, very handy to have.
Absolutely. But going into that last over, though, you still needed, I think it was nine runs to win. Joe did what Joe did, and he finished it with a six, didn't he?
Yeah, it was. It was. I think that was kind of basically the opposite of what they'd actually spoken about in the middle. Is they were going to try and push to run hard, and then luckily, yeah, I don't know how many times I said to that ball to go keep going, but it was definitely enough, and yeah, unbelievable.
Absolutely. And as I said, it's been a long time since Dorset have been to a final, if I remember rightly, in the 90s, I think, isn't it?
Mm.
How proud as a squad is that to be able to say we've got them back up there after all these years?
Yeah, I think it's kind of no test. I'd say how hard all the boys have worked. I say all the boys are playing proper cricket now. It's yeah. It was only a matter of time before we kind of got to one of these stage, and it's kind of been we've been there or thereabouts for a few years. So it's nice to finally get into the position, and I say hopefully on Sunday bring it home.
And it must be nice to go into a final knowing that, if you look at football, most of the finals are over the end of the season. You never know what state everyone's going to be in. This is right plum dunk in the middle of the season. Everyone's really on a roll playing their club cricket, the NCCA cricket, or even the twos cricket. Everyone should be on the best form, shouldn't they?
Well, absolutely. I think it's kind of everyone's bowled enough overs now or hit enough balls. So yeah, I'm sure everything will all go. Hopefully, will go to plan, and we'll be all right.
Absolutely. I'm sure without letting us into any secrets, you guys have been having a little bit of a look at Shropshire because why wouldn't you? They're obviously full of a number of batters in particular who've been going really well for them. Is there anyone you've been keeping an eye on yourself as a bowler thinking, I've got to make a plan for this guy, make a plan for that guy?
Yeah, it's obviously we could say it's obviously hard to know what the initial squad will be, but you know roughly the people. So there's enough people that have played against people or know who's about, and it's obviously they've got some good players. We played against a 3-day game against them last year,
Yeah.
so that obviously set us in good stead. But no, it's I think we know if we play to anywhere near our standards, we'll be okay.
Yeah, I think what's intriguing for me is that we're going to come to a final here where we've got two of the top 10 batters from Shropshire, two of the top 10 batters from Dorset. We're on a ground that's renowned for runs as well at Chester Burton Hall. Is it going to be the Eklund brothers against Tom Fell and Hargrave? They're the big run scorers in the competition this year so far.
Yeah, I think, like I say, it's say see how it goes on the day. But say thanks for dropping that in about the batters. Hopefully, there'll be a little bit in there for the bowlers as well. But like I say, it's yeah, that's two good batting lineups, so we should be in for a good game.
No, well, the good news for you bowlers is that early season Chester Burton Hall was just a place to go and get runs. It has got a little bit better for in the last sort of third of the last sort of 3 or 4 weeks, so maybe that'll help you guys. What preparation have you guys been going to put in for the finals? Or anything in particular?
I think it's just kind of if we like say like I mentioned earlier, I think if we do anything close to what we have been, we should be absolutely fine. Obviously, the boys have got another T20 Sunday. But I think I don't see why we can go in that with any lesser confidence, and no, we can definitely win that game.
Absolutely. And how important is it for you as an individual to be able to move from one county to another as you have done and find yourself in this situation now where you're winning silverwares on the place, isn't it?
Yeah, I think it's always tough. Like Wiltshire were good to me, and it was kind of just how it worked out in the end.
Hmm.
But like I say, the Dorset boys have been and the coaches have been unbelievable. And like I say, I think I mentioned to you about just like the team environment and how the boys have been. It's an unbelievable team to play in, and I say it's so enjoyable to be a part of.
Definitely. And, look at this bowling squad that's going to come up to Chester Burton Hall at the weekend. Two names are going to pick out straight away. One who's been around a little bit, but he's still bloody young, Mr. Connor Smith. Yeah, he's been taking wickets in Premier League cricket and in NCCA, and he's obviously a spinner. Whereas at the opposite end of the spectrum, you've got the speedster, Mr. Carson, who's come and joined you this year. How important have those two been?
Yeah, I think it's. I say Connor's been around a little while now. It's no surprise what he's doing and how well he's doing.
Mm,
And I think with Cast, it's just a lovely added extra. I'd say bringing in the left arm seamer. It's nice to have always in the attack. And he's been unbelievable. I think that he bowled one ball at indoor nets, and I was like, this guy can bowl. So ever since then, he's been just gone straight to strength, and there's no reason, no surprise why he's at the top of the bowling standards.
yeah, there's something nice about seeing that left armour running. Is when they put that arm over, you can just tell almost immediately if he's a goer.
Yeah, no, absolutely. He says as soon as he puts that headband on at the end of his mark, we know we're in business. So, no, yeah, very nice to have him with it, especially with us.
And in terms of the bowling squad that you're going to take up there, it is a good mix of actually experience and youth, isn't it?
Yeah, no, definitely. I think let's like say is we've got so many options, and I think we'll definitely have everything covered. So let's say is a few older guys are definitely feeling a bit older in the squad now, but especially with the younger guys coming through, it's yeah, I think we're gonna be okay.
It's the job of the younger guys to take the weight off you more experienced players, though, isn't it?
Yeah, something like that. Hopefully.
Definitely. And how pleasing will it be for you as a squad to be able to deliver this silverware for the skipper? I mean, Luke's been around a while.
Mm. Yeah, he's probably a lot of reason why Dorset are doing so well. The stuff that people don't see, I see a little bit of it, but it's probably however much I don't see that, and as the boys don't see this, how much he does for Dorset and how great he is as an unbelievable leader, an unbelievable captain, and they say there's unbelievable captain. I can't wait to hopefully bring that home for him.
Absolutely. And looking at your own season so far, would you sort of classify your own form generally?
Yeah, it's been tough to be honest with you. I'll be honest with you. It's probably the first season. This is the first winter where I've gone from trialing, playing second team cricket and kind of bowling every day to into full time work. Just playing on the weekends and a little bit in the week when I can get a bowl in. And it's it's been tough. But like I say, I always kind of know I've definitely got the experience, and that even if I help out the other boys or say
Mhm.
I know I can deliver hopefully when necessary.
And what's been the most tough thing about that? Has it been the fitness in particular, or just not being knocked out of your rhythm by not doing it every day?
I think it's just like I probably came into the season a bit naive, maybe that it was just going to it was going to be there without not practice. Obviously, I was still practicing, but not going to be
Yeah.
not bowling as much as I would do normally.
Hmm.
And then just kind of going through overs now, picking up the rhythm, and I've probably seen a bit of improvement in my bowling kind of the last few weeks and the last month or so. So definitely getting the sets in has been helpful.
Okay. Whereas previously, when you do a lot more trialing, those sets were there automatically, weren't they?
Yeah, like I thought I've always been someone that kind of just bowls and bowls and bowls, and it's now say bowling a bit more with the obviously cricket season, having that opportunity to get more overs in has definitely been helpful.
Yeah, and for yourself, looking to play 3-day this year as well, or are you just?
Yeah, hopefully, I'm hoping to get a couple in.
Yeah,
Obviously with work now makes it a little bit more difficult, but yeah, hoping to get at least kind of two of the four in.
yeah, and after all these years now, you've played a good number of years of NCCA in comparison to quite a lot of the squad. Do you find the white ball or the red ball the one that you really want to go after?
I think yeah, they're both kind of. We've all obviously had a little bit more success with the white ball stuff recently, Dorset.
Hmm.
But I think the red ball is always special. Special. It's like I say, it's a good testament over a kind of 3 days, especially after a full day in the dirt Saturday as well. It's yeah, bro, good slog, and I kind of think the better team usually comes out on top. So if we can go well in that, that'd be yeah, it'd be awesome.
And for yourself, you say you're in full-time work now. Is that you've made that decision that you're not going to do the rounds of trialing anymore, or if something came along, you'd still pick up on it?
Yeah, it's one of those. Like I said, I was there for a few years, and it was obviously wasn't meant to be.
Hmm.
I think I had kind of the big thought, and not getting any younger, unfortunately, it was kind of the thought of where I wanted to, kind of the route I wanted to go down. And I say I still love playing for Bridgewater and Dorset, and it's yeah, something I want to take really seriously. But it's just kind of the next step of life almost.
Yeah, and you're playing at the top level when it comes to non-professional cricket. Anyway, NCCA is the absolute pinnacle of what they call recreational, but it's far more than bloody recreational cricket, as far as I'm aware. And Premier League cricket in the Whipple, that's tough going.
Yeah, no, exactly. And let's say every team you play against now, it's the teams you're coming up against are all very good, and it's the standard. The standard of cricket's not getting any easier. So only just puts the pressure on yourself and puts the pressure on the boys to keep working hard. And let's say every team you're coming up against now is a very good opposition.
Yeah, and I think what's really key for me this season in particular is seeing the amount of players in the first class game who actually are still dropping down to play in NCCA or dropping down to play Premier League cricket. Yeah, they wouldn't do that if they didn't think it was going to be a test, would they?
Well, no, exactly. And I think, like you say, especially on a Saturday or a Sunday, you're coming up against teams now where they do have the pros, and that's only going to make you better or say going to improve your game. So I think it's great, and let's say the more people that do that, I think it's great for say NCCA cricket and the Whipple.
Absolutely. A couple of days away from the final, as I say, I'm not going to ask you for a prediction because that would just be bloody ridiculous to say the least. But what's your number one thought going into? Is it just deliver all your skills, make sure you guys are doing what you need to do and what you've talked about?
Yeah, I think we kind of something we've spoken about with comp is just go about our skills, and I think we've got the talent that we can definitely kind of take that one last step.
Hmm.
And yeah, feeling confident. I'm sure the boys are too.
Well, most important thing for me to say is hope you all drive safe on Saturday night because it's you're going to be playing Premier League cricket most of you, and then going to be driving up on a Saturday night up to Chester, and then fingers crossed for a good game on Sunday. Obviously, we're completely neutral. We don't have anybody, no fingers in the pie here. We live in Staffordshire, so we can't bloody well do anything about Dorset or Shropshire. Just hopefully we get a good crowd on the ground, and hopefully Dorset will have some of those flags flying. 'Cause you have a few supporters follow you.
Yeah, I think the support we get most places has been great. So hopefully the guys can come up. This was a long way to go, but yeah, hopefully we can get good support up there. And I'm sure we will.
Absolutely. But I'd be remiss of me not to say, if you haven't got a ticket for Chester Burton Hall already, they are available on the NCCA website. They are £12.50 beforehand or £14 on the day to get in. But you will see the absolute top quality white ball 50 over trophy game. So why not get along there and fingers crossed for the weather?
Yeah, that'd be nice. Hopefully not too hot, but it's a nice, cool enough. But yeah, no, I'm really looking forward to it.
Absolutely. Have a good one, mate.
Thank you very much.
Cheers now.